Hey guys, welcome to the last unit, derivatives. Our topic today is the equation of a tangent line. So I want you to pause the video and try the warm-up. The warm-up says find the equation of the line that passes through the points 2, -1 and 4, -7. Okay, so how do we find the equation of a line given 2 points? First of all, you need to understand that the equation of a line is given by y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope, which is rise over run or change in y over change in x, and b is your y-intercept, the point where the graph crosses the y-axis. Okay, so that's the y-intercept, or in other words I can say it is 0 comma whatever your point b will be. That is one way of writing this equation. The other one we will introduce to you shortly. It is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. I'm not going to talk much about it, but that is also equation of a line. This equation is called the point slope form because you need a point and slope to write this equation. This equation is called slope intercept. I'm going to write it slope intercept because you need your slope and your y-intercept to find it. I'm going to use the second equation, the y equals mx plus b, because you've been using that and it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so find the equation and I need to find slope. Slope is what? Change in y over change in x. So this is your x1 and this is your y1. So this is your x2, so then correspondingly this would be your y2. It's y2 minus y1, so -7 minus -1 over 4 minus 2. -7 plus 1 would be -6 over 2, which is -3. So your slope of this line is -3, right? And then I want to find, I already know my m. Now how do I find my b? If once you find your m, I can substitute m into this equation. I can use this point, it doesn't matter which point, I'm going to just pick the first one in for x and y, and that can help me find b. So I'm going to just change colors here. So y is -1 is equal to -3 times x is 2 plus b equals, this is -6 plus b. So b would be what? Add 6 on both sides. I get b equals 5. So you have your b equals 5. You have your slope equals -3. So the equation of a line would be y equals -3x plus 5, right? So again, you have a negative slope, means your graph or your line is going down. So if I was to sketch it real quick, you start with your b. So let's say this was your 5 and you're going to go over down 3 over 1. So like point could be here somewhere. Line would be something like this going down. Okay, so what information do we need to write the equation of a line? We talked about it. You need your slope and your y-intercept. If you're using this equation, slope intercept, you need your point and your slope if you're using your point slope equation, but in both you do need the slope. So the limit or the difference quotient of h approaches 0 measures the instantaneous rate of change at a given point of tangency. It is the slope of the tangent line to a graph at the point of tangency, which we saw that, right? This is your m, and we also saw this is also called f prime of x, right? Now it's asking us find the equation of the tangent line of the function y equals x squared at x equals -5. So I just know that this is my equation of a line. I need my slope. So how do I find my slope? I am going to use my difference quotient to find the slope. So let's write this down. I'm going to first find y is same thing as f of x. So I'm going to find f of x plus h, which would be, I'm just going to zoom it in here, x plus h squared plus 1. And that would be x squared plus 2hx plus h squared plus 1, right? So now all I'm going to do is substitute in. My m is equal to, it is limit as h approaches 0, f of x plus h, which would be x squared plus 2hx plus h squared plus 1 minus this, which would be x squared minus 1. I distributed the negative also all over h. Your hint should be that your all these terms should be cancelled out. You should be left with only h terms. If you see, your x squares cancel out, your 1 and negative 1 cancel out. Now what do? Limit m is equal to limit as h approaches 0. I can factor out the h. Why do I need to factor out the h? Because this h, I need to get rid of it, because if I did direct substitution, I end up getting a denominator of 0. So that's what I needed to do. So this is 2x plus h, and I'm going to write over h. My h cancel out, and I'm left with what? Apply the limit, so I'm left with 2x plus 0, which is just 2x. So my definition of my slope is 2x, and if I evaluate it at x equals negative 5, it would be 2 times negative 5, which is negative 10. So my slope is negative 10. And as I said, we will be using our point slope equation, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So you don't even need to find your y-intercept. All you need is one point. You need a point. I'm going to write that here. You need a point. I'm just going to box it so we know it doesn't confuse you. And you need your slope. So you already know your slope is what? Negative 10. That's your slope. You just need your point. If you look clearly here, x is your x coordinate is given, negative 5. You need to find y coordinate. Can I not substitute negative 5 in here? So it will be what? Negative 5 square plus 1, which is negative 5 squared is 25 plus 1 is 26. So you got negative 5 comma 26 is your point. So I'm going to substitute in for y1 and x1. So y minus 26 is equal to m is what? Negative 10. X minus negative 5 would be x plus 5, and that's the equation of your tangent line. So this is the equation of the tangent line. So let me give you a brief picture of it. So you had a parabola. What was the parabola? It was x squared plus 1. So that's what your picture would look like, right? X squared plus 1. And then it's asking me for the slope or the equation of the tangent line to this function. So at negative 5, which would be like somewhere here, let's say, right? I want to find the equation of this line. That's what it's asking me to find. So do you agree at x equals negative 5, the slope of the line and the curve would be the same? And that's what we did. We used difference quotient to find the slope, and then we use the point on the curve because that is the right point, right? Negative 5. What is the corresponding y value, which would be 26? And we kind of figured out the equation of this blue line. Okay, so I wanted to finish the remaining questions. So you're doing exactly what up till here is exactly what you did in the last unit, right? Now the extra thing that you're doing is writing the equation of the line using the point and slope. Sometimes the point will be given to you, like or sometimes just the x coordinate is given to you. Here you were just given the x coordinate, which is x equals negative 5. Substitute into the original equation and you can get your y coordinate. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Good luck, guys.